Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm glad you could make it. Today we're going to rank all of the books I've read in 2025. I've read 27 so far this year, so we're going to rank from 27 to number 1. So let's get into it. At number 27 we have Fracture Me. I have been reading the Shatter Me series recently and I've been loving it. Spoiler alert for later on. But yeah, Fracture Me is the second novella in the Shatter Me series, and to be honest, I just felt it was unnecessary. It didn't really add much for plot-wise, which the novellas never really do, but for me, this one was just pointless. Like, all it did was make me hate Adam even more than it already do. Yeah, I didn't really like it. I could happily recommend you that series and just tell you to miss out that novella, because unlike Aaron's one in the first one, this one just wasn't great. At number 26, this is my biggest surprise for me, and this is probably going to be your guys' biggest surprise too. Fearless. No, I didn't like it. I really didn't like Fearless. I really liked Powerful. I liked Powerless. Reckless I was a bit meh on, and Fearless was just, nope. I didn't like it one bit. I rated it 3 stars when I first initially finished it, but the more I think about it after finishing it, still not great for me. If anything, it's much worse. The plot felt rushed. It didn't really feel like it makes sense. I felt this should be a 5-book series. And have book 3 end at a specific point and then carry on for the rest of it. It just felt rushed. It didn't make sense. Everything was happening too quickly to the point that the world just didn't make sense with it. I can't go into too much spoiler territory, but it didn't make sense for me. And I'm absolutely sick to death of a certain character having all of these powerful, quotable lines. Kai. Like in the other books, Kai is always very quotable. He always comes out with these like incredible quotes, incredible heartfelt devotions towards Pei. But in this book, it seems like everything he says is one of these all-powering quotes, and it just felt like the book was being made to be clipped into TikTok edits. I didn't like it. I didn't like that at all, to be honest with you. That is why it is number 26. At number 25, we have Metal Slinger. This will probably be much higher on other people's rankings. Compared to mine. I just didn't really get on with the plot twist. I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't like it. I haven't gone back and reread it like I said I would. And when I do, this might change. But for now, I just didn't really like the plot twist. I didn't really feel the cohesion between it. Normally, if there's a plot twist I don't see coming, I'm like, okay, can I go back through that book and see where I may have missed it? And for this one, no, I can't. I just don't know where it came from. I just don't get it. For me, it wasn't great. At number 24, we have A Crown This Cold and Heavy. This is the 3rd book in the This Cruel and Lovely series. I really liked that series. This book was the worst of the 4 of them. The pacing was just a bit off for me. Some bits were really slow, and then towards the end, it just ramped up completely, ready for book 4. Yeah. Still a good series. This one is just a lower point of it for me. Like I said, the pacing was just off. There isn't too much to talk about with this. It was okay. At 23, we have The Hunger Games Mockingjay. Don't get me wrong, one of my favourite series of all time. I went and reread all the Hunger Games. Mockingjay isn't my favourite of the series. It probably is my least favourite, alongside Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Yeah, it's okay. It's just very far different from the other series. Everyone's read Mockingjay. No one needs to hear much of my opinion on it. It's an okay, good book. I like it. At number 22, we have Destroy Me. This is the first novella of the Shatter Me series. This is Aaron Warner's POV. Now, this one, I felt we got much more from the novella. Aaron's feelings and portrayals really do change the narrative and flip it on its head ready for the later series. I really, really do recommend this novella if you are reading the Shatter Me series. This one definitely will help guide you along when you get to Ignite Me and when things and characters start to change. It's a good novella. I like it. At number 21, we have A Curse for True Love. I love the Once Upon a Broken Heart series. I think it's absolutely brilliant. This last one, Curse for True Love, is only let down by a certain POV for me. I understand why that POV is in there, but every single time it came up, it would just completely take me out of the story. I'd be really, really looking forward to reading it when I get home, or like I'd be midway through the chapters and really enjoying it, and then that chapter would hit, it'd be his POV, and I'd go, oh, it's a bit of a slog to get through now. And sometimes I just felt myself just skimming through that POV. It just wasn't amazing. I get why it was there, but it was a bit of a low point for me when I was reading it. I feel like we could have had it wrote a different way without that POV. God, my throat is so dry going through all this. I've got no water with me. So much talking, my throat is dying. At number 20, we have Phantasma. Now, this is probably one of my biggest surprises this year. I really enjoyed Phantasma. Very much a dark, romantic fantasy, full of demons and trials, and it was really, really good. Honestly, yeah, my biggest surprise, Enchantra, the second one, has just come out, and I really want to read it. I really, really enjoyed this, like, so much more than I thought I would. It was such a fun read that I was gripped. Honestly, I ate that book up in, like, 1 to 2 days. I really, really enjoyed it. If you want a very fun, dark, romantic, fantasy-esque, very gothic, definitely check out Phantasma. Really, really good. Number 19 is A Kingdom This Cursed and Empty. This was the second of the Occult, This Cruel and Lovely series. A good step up. From the second one, I did really like that we got introduced to new characters, and we've got a lot of the band back together with the found family element. In this one, we also learned much more about people's powers, and those powers are my favourite parts of that series. All the powers are so unique to each character, and each character has a different part to play in the plot. And yeah, I really liked that about this series. Every character had a different part to play. Which with completely different abilities. I really liked it. Yeah, number 2, really good. Not as good as the others I'm about to mention, but yeah. Number 18 is Occult, This Cruel and Lovely. Again, not much to say on this one. I have spoken about this series quite a lot. Really, really good. Opening to the fantasy series, found family element was excellent. The only thing letting it down for me is a lot of what I liked happened at the beginning on the route towards sneaking in places, and then something happens and the location changes and the main character is cut off from the people who she has been with at the start, and she's very much alone there, and that's when it kind of dips for me. But bar that, really good. Number 17, we have Shatter Me. This is an entry to a very excellent dystopian series. Everyone has told me to read this series for so long, and I've always heard so much about Aaron Warner and Juliet, and I actually eventually went and read it, and I've really enjoyed what I've read so far. I think it's absolutely brilliant. I was eating it up so much. The only thing I didn't like was the little lines in between text. I didn't like that a lot. Thankfully, that has been cut out in the later books. But yeah, really good. I really, really enjoyed it. Like, I was absolutely eating it up. I'd not felt that way reading a book since like 2008, 2009. At number 16, we have Onyx Storm. Now, I know this one is hit and miss for most people. I think that's due to the sheer amount of different world building in this one. This book was definitely a setup for the next series, books in the series, and you can tell. But I enjoyed Onyx Storm quite a lot. I really liked all the banter between the characters. I thought the side characters got much more writing in this and were much better. Riddoch, definitely, he has so much more to do in this book, and he's so funny, and I think a great element to it. I liked all the world building. I feel like it was definitely delving more into the fantasy element rather than just Xaden and Violet arguing 24/7 like it was in the previous book. Yeah, I liked Onyx Storm. It's my favourite of that trilogy. And again, we got sassy dragons. It was fun. I enjoyed it. At number 15, we have The Prison Healer. Now, I really, really love this book. I think it's so unique to the terms of the fantasy genre. You don't get many fantasy books that appear in prisons, and I honestly thought the way this was going to go was this book was going to take like 100 pages in the prison, someone was going to break out, and then we'd have the adventure outside. No, this whole book takes place inside this prison, and it has trial elements, it has found family for like a younger boy, and it was so enjoyable. I really, really loved this book. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. It was such a fresh take on the fantasy genre, and I really enjoyed it. Number 14, we have Tress of the Emerald Sea by Brandon Sanderson. This was so much funnier than I expected it to be. It's such a low-key fantasy. I really enjoyed that about it. Most fantasies nowadays are princesses, queens, forgotten princesses. They're looking to take back the kingdom. And this one is just so low-key. It's just a standard girl who ends up being put in this annoying situation for herself, and very uncomfortable situations by just things constantly happening to her, and she keeps having to learn how to deal with them, and it's so funny, it's so witty. She's got a little pet rat who's a little friend. I really enjoyed it. It was so much fun. I really liked Tress of the Emerald Sea. At number 12, we have A Queen This Fierce and Deadly. This was the final one in the This Cruel and Lovely series. Again, won't talk too much about this series. I've spoken about it a lot already. a fantastic ending to a very good series. I really liked the way everything just came to a climax at the end. I had no questions that left needed answering, and yeah, it all just wrapped up really well. I really enjoyed it. I hope we get a side story amongst it. I really liked it. At number 12, we have the OG Hunger Games. Such a good book. Honestly, I forgot how much I love this book. Peter Katniss, so good. And Peter gets so much more recognition in the books. Like, he's written so well. You get all of his arty side coming out. I really, really enjoyed it. I love the Hunger Games so much. It's so, so brilliant. At number 11, we have Fear the Flames. A very good romantasy. I really enjoyed it. I was absolutely hooked. Like, this book is so good. It's so witty, so funny. If you like books like Fourth Wing, I think you'll really like Fear the Flames. It was just really good. I really enjoyed it. I had such a good time reading it. Is it a literary masterpiece? No. Did I have an amazing time and so much fun reading it? Absolutely. And that's why it is ranked high for me. I really, really enjoyed it. Number 10, we have Rebel Witch. This is the last in the duology of the Crimson Moth and the Rebel Witch. Again, really, really enjoyed it. I really like that duology. It's one of my favourites up there. I love all the witchy elements, and I love how creative the plot is. It is enemies to lovers, witch hunter, witch, which you think overdone. It's been done loads of times, enemies to lovers. No, this is definitely fresh. I really enjoyed it, and when I went into Rebel Witch, I thought, you can't really get much better than Crimson Moth. This does it. The first half is very, very good. I'll give it that. The only thing that drops it down slightly for me is it does become a little bit repetitive towards the end. I feel like this book could have been like 50 pages shorter and would have been happy with that. But yeah, a really good duology. I'm so glad I read it. And that author now, I will read everything she writes. Truly brilliant. Number 9 is I Who Have Never Known Men. A truly uncomfortable and eerie read that everyone should read at one point in their life. It's by no means a fun read. It is very grim, very brutal, quite a depressing read, but it is very good. It's dystopian. All these women are locked in a bunker and they have to figure out what's going on. But yeah, I don't want to give much more away than that. I think the best thing you can do for this book is to go in blind. So yeah, if you like the sound of the initial premise though, definitely go read it. I think you'll really love it. At number 8, we have The Ballad of Never After. This is the second book in the Once Upon a Broken Heart series, by far the best in the series. So good. Like, it is so, so good. That ending has like the biggest plot twist and the biggest, oh my god, so good. I ate that up. We get a lot more of Jax in this one too. I think like Jax really steps up his game in this book, and I can see why so many people love him after this one. So good. I really, really loved it. If you haven't read Once Upon a Broken Heart series, you really, really should. It's whimsical, it's that fairy tale-esque, and it's bloody good. At number 7, we have Sunrise on the Reaping. What can I say? Hunger Games is back. Oh, this is so amazing. This is just under Catching Fire for me in terms of the Hunger Games ranking. I loved this book. It was so good. The ending was so, so upsetting, so heart-wrenching. But oh wow, was it so good to be back in the arenas. That arena was so, so good as well. Like the way it was described, the way it was written, the things that happened in that arena. Brilliant. I honestly felt like Hunger Games was so back for me. It was great. There's so many little Easter eggs too that I just, when you spot them, I'm just like, oh my god, yes. Loved it. Sunrise on the Reaping, excellent. Number 6, we have Unravel Me. This is the second in the Shatter Me series. Again, I spoke about Shatter Me series. It's very good. Unravel Me is even better for me. We finally get characters moving away and some better ones coming in, is what I'll say. And the ending is like insane. It's so good. I really, really love this series. I don't want to say more than that. I don't want to go into spoiler territory. If you haven't read any of the Shatter Me series, please do. At number 5, we have a very different sort of book. I don't normally speak about romance books on this channel or on my TikTok. It is normally strictly fantasy, romantasy. But I read Swept Away by Beth O'Leary. I love a rom-com, and Beth O'Leary is the best rom-com author out there. This is a brand new book. It was absolutely incredible. I loved it so much. There is a plot twist in it that I never ever saw coming, and I was absolutely shook. Like, I was honestly, I didn't know how to speak for like 5 minutes. If you like rom-coms, I cannot recommend Swept Away enough. It was so good. I really loved it. Ref O'Leary is the queen of rom-coms. At number 4, we have An Ember in the Ashes. I absolutely loved this book. It is so good. This is romance. This is fantasy at its best. Oh, this series is going to be incredible. I just know it. It's slow burn. The plot is just incredible. It's really, really like dark too. Like the things that happen to them and the way they're punished without going into spoiler territory. It's just like really dark, and you really, really feel for this character. It is a bleak story. It is, but it's such an incredible story. Oh, it's so good. I really, really want you all to read An Ember in the Ashes. I can't recommend it enough. Truly brilliant. I cannot wait to read the rest of the series. Please go read Ember in the Ashes. At number 3, we have Catching Fire. My favourite in the Hunger Games series. I love Catching Fire. I think it's absolutely incredible. There is not much better books out there for me. And I think a lot of people would agree. Catching Fire is exceptional and by far one of my favourite books ever. I love Catching Fire. Down to the final 2. At number 2, we have Mother of Death and Dawn. This is the last book in the Daughter of No Worlds trilogy, and by far one of my favourite romantic trilogies ever made. I love it so much. It's brilliant. And the finale is just up there. It's one of my favourites. It brought the series together as a whole so well, and it was the perfect ending for our characters. And it was such an amazing plot. I absolutely loved it. There was no stone left unturned for me. It was truly the perfect ending to a perfect series. I beg you all to please go read Daughter of No Worlds. One of the best fantasy romantic series there is. I love it so much. Carissa Broadbent is incredible. And at number 1, we have Blood Over Brighthaven. I stand by the fact this is going to be my favourite read of 2025. It's still my favourite read in 5 months down in to 25. I love it. I love Blood Over Brighthaven. It is so exceptionally written. It is a masterpiece. I can't recommend it enough. Going blind like I did, best thing you'll do. It is dark academia with a fantasy element, and it makes you ask questions about the world, and just so gut-wrenching. Like the things it talks about and the things the book has to say and the way the story ends, I'll say, just absolutely incredible. You can tell I'm really trying not to give much away here. I just want you to know it's a masterpiece. It's an absolute masterpiece, and I beg everyone to read it. It's going to be my favourite read of the year. I just know it. I love Blood Over Brighthaven. And there you have it, guys. That was the 27 books I've read so far in 2025 and how I ranked them. My goal for the year was 50, and we're on 27 already. I'll be 28 by the end of the day. I'm absolutely smashing this 50 goal. Honestly, I'm really happy with myself. Last year, I got 49 books out of 50, and I was so gutted. So this year, I'm flying to get through that 50, and I'm so looking forward to it. Yeah, a very good first half of 2025 for me. So that is the end of the video now. Which books have you loved most in 2025? Let me know in the comments down below. And I'll see you guys in the next videos. Bye-bye.